Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. This is Coach Dave, the Coach Dave Show, a.k.a. Late Night with Coach Dave. All right, we have clear transmission. Clear transmission? Monitor time. We have clear transmission. Thank you very much. And we also have clear vision. Our vision tonight, our subject tonight is Let's Get Real. Let's get real. And it looks like the call line, the call center is open, waiting for a call. That red streaming area down there has the phone number, the PIN number, and the hashtag. You need all three to get in. And then you can listen to the call on the phone or whatever you're using to dial in. And you can also dial in *6, which will put you in the queue for us to give you a listen. So that's how that works. And you see this little phone icon up here? That is because the phone icon indicates that someone has come on and wishes to talk. Now, that's just a noise that I made so you could see that the little phone icon is there. So when that's up, somebody's online wanting to come into the queue. But the question is, do they have anything really important to talk about in the queue? And so that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about...
Is there truth? Yes or no?
No, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. Sorry. That is not what we're talking about.
Survey said.
Yes, there is truth. All right. So let's do this. Let's just play this so that we know the phone lines are open. The live phone lines are open. Operators are standing by. And as you well know, there's only one operator. She's a virtual operator. She's very kind, though. She's very kind. You'll like talking to her. But come on, give a call. Now is the time to call and get in the queue. Tonight, the subject is Let's Get Real. And the reason I put that subject up, Let's Get Real, is because we've been trying this and trying that for a while. And you guys know that trying something doesn't necessarily mean that what you're trying is working. And so we're going to... Hi, Nicole. What's going on? So we're going to talk about what does it mean? What's this Let's Get Real thing? And Nicole is on here. My friend Nicole, hashtag your favorite girl, Nicole. And it's good to see you, Nicole. I tried to type something into Periscope just a second ago, and it didn't work. I'm going to reload the page, see if that works. If that doesn't work, let's get real. Let's just say that if you want to talk, come on Facebook, come on YouTube, come on Twitch, Twitter, Mixer. Used to be StreamMe. StreamMe got canceled. Anyway, let's get real. Let's get real. I want to tell you what's happening with a friend of mine. A friend of mine that has been a recovering alcoholic for a long time. She's been on task. She's been in the middle of maintaining her sobriety. And not only that, for the last 13 years, she's been doing a great job. And she's gotten to the point where now she's a sponsor. And as a sponsor, you help other people. You get to step 12 and you help other people. She's been going to AA. She's been going to the meetings. She's been going to other stuff too. And she's gotten to the point where there's a couple of things that people should pay attention to. 2 years there. Right. And so, Nicole, you know what I'm talking about. You know how it takes a lot to maintain that sobriety. Now she's being a sponsor for other people and recently has been helping someone at the meetings, someone who's been coming to the meetings. And hey, what's up, Rodriguez? Oh, no, wait. Dory GI27. Hey, what's up, Dory? So she's been coming to the meetings, and my friend has sponsored her. And just getting real, she's not ready yet. She's not ready. She's still drinking. She's still making those choices that are the ones that you slip on. It's that slippery slope. And that's hard. That's hard when you're trying to help someone. When you've been through it, you know what's going on because you've been there. And then as you're the sponsor and the person comes along and you see him struggling, you see him attempting to get up that hill, you want to just reach down, grab their hand and say, come on. But knowing that when you do that, they don't have the strength to get up the hill themselves, it's easy to just do that because you want to help. But you can't just deny them of the ability to build up that strength to get up the hill themselves. It's like a toddler when they fall down. What's the first instinct? Rush over there and pick them back up off the floor. Stand them up and say, there you go. Now you're standing again. No, you know better than that. If you're a parent and you've gone through this, you know better than that. You know you can't just let them stand up with no effort and then not build up those muscles in their own legs to get back up off the floor when they fall down. They fall down next to the couch. They fall down in the kitchen. Kitchen's a little bit harder floor. Now, if they fall down the stairs, I mean, that's something different. But if they're falling down, it's because they're a toddler. If they're falling down, they will develop the strength to pick themselves up. And I remember my mom, I remember my sister, I remember my aunt, all saying to me, David, get up off the floor. David, just stand up and come here. Let me give you a hug when you get over here. But you can't just go and stand them up and pick them up and cuddle them, and they're not going to develop the muscles to stand up themselves. It's a hard thing to just look at somebody struggling and say, man, I know what it's like to struggle. I don't know what your struggle is like, but I know mine have been hard, so I know your struggle has to be hard. There are so many people in our community here, our little rural community here in California. Thank you. I know there's so many people that are homeless. They're living on the street. I lived on the street myself for a couple of months. I had just really had to wonder every night, the next night, and the next night, and the next night, where am I going to sleep? I'm just a little guy. I'm not very big. I have diabetes. I have type 2. And if I get sick out there, which on the street, that's not even hard to do. If I get sick out there, if I get attacked out there, somebody wants my backpack. Somebody wants my coat. Somebody wants my hat. Somebody, just feels frustrated, wants to beat up on somebody. I'm a little guy. Can't defend myself very well, I'm in my 50s. I'm not exactly a bruiser who's just going to walk out there and take care of business. That's not how it happens. I don't have that. So let's get real. Struggles are hard. I mean, even in the Bible, you see a point at which Jesus and his disciples are traveling. They come across this blind man on the road, and he's yelling out, Jesus, Son of God, have mercy on me. I mean, from that time until this time, there's people who need help. So how do you help somebody who needs help? I'm not in that place anymore where I need all of that help, where I need all of that stuff to be given to me. There was a time in my life when I just needed life to give me a break. How many times have you been out there and said, man, I just wish life would give me a break. I've got this tough situation. I've got this hill I'm climbing. I've got this addiction, compulsion, whatever it is you want to call it, bad situation. And I just need somebody to help me out for a minute. I've been there a lot. Tonight, I thought I would just talk about something real. What's it like to be in that situation? What's it like to just know that you're stuck? You haven't been dealt a very good hand. You don't have a silver spoon from birth. You haven't had everything given to you your whole life. You've made some bad decisions, and now you're stuck. Thanks, I appreciate that. If you're stuck, let me tell you, there are things you can do. But it doesn't come natural. Our natural tendency is just to say, that's it. That's it. It's over. I can't take it anymore. And you either give up or you give out or both. My friend who's an AA sponsor, she's not just some toughie that's saying, so you're having a tough time? So you can only get to day 7? To heck with you. She's hurt. She knows that it's not a piece of cake. How many times she's gone and tried and failed and tried and failed and tried and failed. Over and over again. But finally something in her life gave her that solid commitment to say, I got to do it. I got to do the steps. I got to go to the meetings. I got to talk to somebody who gives a heck about what I'm going through. She's helped some people. Let me wipe that off. She's helped some people through some tough stuff, some bad times, some tough times, some hard times. What do you do when you've gone the 7 days, you fall down, and you just feel like everything stopped? I'm doing everything wrong. I can't do anything right. And I'm tired of trying. Well, first let me ask you, how many times have you tried? If it's your first time, the answer is really obvious. Just like we tell our toddlers when they fall on the kitchen floor, stand up, come here, walk over to me, come on. And we tell them again and again to get up, to walk, to come with us. Get over here, let me hug you, it's going to be all right. All right. My buddy Larry used to put his arm around my shoulder, say, Dave, it's going to be all right. There was a stretch of time when I needed that every day. Every day. And he was faithful to be right there. Hi, Dave. Come here. And I would walk over to him and he'd put his arm around me, right over the shoulders, pull me in, kind of uncomfortable, like, you know what I mean? And he'd look at me and he'd put his head down. My head was down. And he would quietly say to me, Dave, it's going to be all right. So that's my message in this whole Let's Get Real broadcast. The show tonight, Let's Get Real. My message is, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. And don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Don't say, this stick that I've been trying to walk with and lean on is not working. I'm done with that. Pick it back up, lean on it some more. It's okay. It's all right. And whether it's an addiction, whether it's a compulsion, whether it's the fact, I don't know about you, but a major part of my life, and it's still a struggle, was my finances. And now I'm doing better because in training to be a life coach, I actually learned things to apply to my life where now I don't give up. I say, well, this plan is not working. I need a different direction. I need a better plan. I need to give myself a break. Hey, how's that one? You ever find the need to do that? Give yourself a break? I know when you fall down, either in your addiction or trying to find a job. I mean, I've been to the point where I've looked and looked and looked and looked and looked for work. And all there was auto detailing for a while there. So what did I do? Did I just forget it? Throw down the stick? I'm not going to even think about trying to look anywhere. No, I did auto detailing. I did that for a while. And my homelessness was actually years after that. And I came out to this place in California where I'd lived before, but I don't have any family here. I don't have any resources here. I was in some ways forced to come out here. It was better than the place I was living and better than the environment I was in. But I came out here and I said, you know, I'm going to get rid of this. I came out here and said, that's it. That's what I need to do. I need to come out here. I need to get myself in a better situation. I need to get myself in a place where I can really begin to make a different plan. So I made a different plan, and I followed that plan, and I refined that plan. And I found out that I had to make a plan not only for today, tomorrow, this week, this month. Maybe if I was looking a long way off this year, I found I had to make a plan for my life. I found out I had to look all the way down the road and figure it out. So that's what I did. I looked all the way down the road and I figured it out. What do I want? What do I want everything to be, and how do I want it to turn out? And when I decide that, then I can decide what to do. I can decide if there's somebody out there that can help me. And I actually decided some of the last portions of this after I became a life coach, because I started to understand as I was learning my certification for my life coaching, I started to understand, yeah, there are ways to plan these things. There are ways to know what I'm supposed to do. Know why first, know what second, and then find somebody who's going to help me third. You might think you can do it on your own. It's not as easy to do it on your own. And I'm not saying, hey, I found the easy street. It's not an easy street. My accountability person is not somebody who just pats me on the back and picks me up if I fall down. Actually, my accountability person says, Dave, let's look at this. What happened? Why did it happen? And here's one of the key questions. I call it my coaching question. What can you do different next time for a better result? Can you choose something better? If you can't choose something better, if you can't get a better why, can you get a better how? And if you can't get a better how, can you get a better who? Can you get somebody who's going to really be there? And I already have that. But to ask yourself, is there a better why? Or to ask yourself, is there a better how? If you can only get so far on your sobriety, you need a better why. You need a focus. You need a reason. Not just an excuse. So let's get real. Is your life what you want it to be? A lot of people will say no. Some people will say yes. Some people will say, of course it's what I want it to be. I'm going to confess everything I want and it's going to turn out. That's not necessarily the truth. Some good thinking, though, because you do need to be positive. When you're positive, you got a lot less stress on your heart. You got a lot less stress on your brain. You got a lot less emotions stirring up and telling you lies. So this month, we're going to start talking about some things that are going to tell you how to get a better why. How to get a why that's not just short-term this month, this week, this month, this year. You can have those things. Those are okay. But when you've got a better why, that's, I know what the purpose for my life is, we're going to teach you how to do that. And then after we teach you how to do that, we're going to go on with the other stuff. This is the how. This is a better how. This is a more concentrated and focused how. This is a how that allows you to fall down a little bit. That's okay. But it also allows you to get back up and continue to do your how towards your life goal, towards your life purpose, towards your life legacy that's not just for you. It's for you. It's for your family. It's for your kids' kids. It's for your community. It's your legacy, man. Woman. Lady. Don't want to be too sexist. But that's where we need to go. We need to figure out this legacy why. We need to figure out how. And then even help you find somebody, whether it's a life coach, whether it's a therapist, a counselor, a pastor, your best friend, somebody who you can really rely on and trust in. You see, there's some people, and I hate to say this, I've had these kind of people in my life that, yeah, I'll help you. I'll help you with all that. I'll help you with everything that you need. I'll be there. We'll plan. We'll sit down together. We'll do all that stuff. And I'll help you. I'll be right there with you, step for step, hand in hand. You know, the Bible says 2 are better than 1, because if one of you falls into a pit, the other one can pull him out. Totally believe that. But if you can't find a person who is really there, I find a person, and I've found a lot of people who are there one day, gone 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, and there another almost a day. Hey, let's get together. And then you hear crickets. And I'm not blaming anybody. It's just as much my fault as it is somebody else. And initially, what I needed was not only somebody who I could call and talk to and share the desires of my heart and share the legacy desire that I have for my life, but I also needed that person to stay in touch with me and say, hey, haven't heard from you in a couple days, haven't heard from you since Tuesday, or haven't heard from you since last weekend. What's going on? How's that stuff going? You know, you told me that you were going to work on this or work on that, and is that developing, or want to get together and talk about it? And I found that person too. And we talk a lot. I get good feedback. Stuff that just really hits home and guarantees that, yeah, I'm on track, I'm on the right track. So that's what I want to talk about this month as we develop things. I want to start talking about getting our why, getting our how, and somebody to help us walk through it. They don't have to take us every step of the way. In fact, if they do, you kind of probably have the wrong person. I hate to say it like that. But you probably have the wrong person if that person is jumping into your life and making decisions for you or telling you what your decisions are. The kind of person you want is going to be asking you, hey, where do you want to go with your life? What do you want to do? Let's get a vision of how you would like, how you would love your life to be and then work through a specific program on how you can make those goals and dreams a reality. That's how I help people. And I hope that a lot of people who will watch this, who are watching now live and on the replay, will watch this and say, yeah, I need to do that. I need that in my life. I need some destination in my life. I need some legacy ideas that I can say, yeah, I like that. No, I don't like that. Yeah, I like that one and that one. Those are good. Oh, no, that's another one I don't like. Push that aside. And see, a life coach isn't somebody who tells you where your life needs to go. No, they sit down with you. They ask you open-ended questions. So tell me, what would you like to see in your life financially? Or tell me, what kind of vacation do you see that you would really like to take? You know anybody's taken a vacation recently? Maybe on to Hawaii for a couple of weeks. It seems like nothing. You want to work towards that? Or you're living in an apartment right now, but you'd really like to have a house. You want to work towards that? And you can say, no, I like apartment living. Or maybe you like having a house. Yeah, I really like a house. Maybe that doesn't even register because you already have a house. No, man, I'm doing fine on the house thing. A life coach doesn't tell you what you need, but just helps you troubleshoot and suggest ways that you can get what you need, that you can dream what you need, and then get what you dream. So let's work on that. I'm going to get out of here, but guys, I really want to know what's real for you. Let's get real. And that's what a life coach does, really. I mean, if you think about it, you need to get real with part of your life. You need to get real with how you want your life to turn out. And then after that, the hard part really is you get real on how to do this work thing, how to figure it out, how to do it. The engine in the middle of it that works all the stuff. You get real with that. How do you do that? How do you not forget that there's little things in life that need to be done, and put those on automatic so that I can put intentional effort into making that life dream and those life goals work? How do you do that? What's that look like? What's the machine behind all that? And I'm going to share that with you too. And then if you have any questions, I'll offer answers to the questions. We've got the call center. We can have up to 1,000 people on that call center, that number down there in the red line going by. We have a call queue where we'll answer one question at a time, but I have to put my earphone back in for that. But that's okay. We'll answer questions. We'll get you going on how do I put that engine together. But first we'll work on the why. The why is, it's not easy, but there's a way to get it done. There's a process to go through that and get it done. So let's work on that. Let's see if we can get real in our life. If we can get real, we can get unstuck. And if we can get unstuck, you won't believe the kinds of things that you can do in your life when you get unstuck. So let's work on that, and I'll see you tomorrow night, same time here. We're going to come on 4 days a week, 4 nights a week actually, and we'll pop open the call lines. They're always open if I'm online, except for when I'm unplugged. We're going to figure out a way to do that too. I may just have to take one extra device with me when I go unplugged. So we'll figure that out, and we'll figure out, last time the unplugged was kind of a little dim. We didn't have enough light, so we're going to figure that out too. So, all right, guys, thanks for coming in. Thanks for popping in the show here. Share this out to somebody who you feel is struggling, whether it's with addiction, their finances, kids, marriage, There's all kinds of ways to take whatever you're stuck in, whatever you're struggling with, and get up over it and move on and develop your life strategy, develop your life dreams, your legacy goals. Get the engine moving, and somebody out there will help you. I guarantee that. We'll talk to you soon. God bless, guys. Hey, thanks for coming in and sharing it out and tell your friends. And don't forget to hit notifications. And if you feel like it, drop a 1 in the comments. We don't even mind that. So we'll talk to you later. Bye, guys. And yes, our call center is open. If we're online live, the call center is live.